In May of 2021, I went to Peoria, Illinois. Jesus sent me out there to pray for a man who had been astral projected and used by a demon since he was 14 years old. While I was there, by the way, my brother lives in Peoria, Illinois, conveniently enough for me, and I was able to stay there with him for the entire week. While I was there, I went to my brother's bar. He owns a bar. We were doing some work in the bar during the day. His bartender stood out to me as very odd. I couldn't keep my eyes off of her, and Jesus started downloading things in my spirit about her. So I knew I had to speak to her. I knew I had to pray for her, but I couldn't while she was working. So I left and I told my brother, I said, I was looking at this woman and I think Jesus was telling me weird stuff about her, which Jesus had told me something like molestation. She was molested. And he said, well, let me tell you the story about her. And he told me that she had been, at a very young age, that she had been, we'll call her Willow Tree. Willow had been sexually trafficked. She was kidnapped and passed around between a group of men, and they just sexually, molested and had sex with her for a long period of time. And then she was saved out of that situation. And experienced, I'm assuming, trauma ever since. However, I knew I had to, I confirm the molestation thing, and so I waited for a time to see her because I knew I had to pray for her. She didn't work. The rest of the time that I was there, he said, well, good luck talking to her because she doesn't work anymore until after you're gone. So I said, Jesus, if you want me to talk to her, you got to make this thing happen. The last day I was in Peoria, Illinois, before I drove back home, we're at my brother's bar doing some work during the day. She walks in. Her phone had been stolen. She came, she pinged it. She found it with some homeless guys who had stolen it. And she came in to show everybody, hey, look, I found my phone. I knew that was my shot. So I walked outside with her. I said, hey, Willow. She said, yes, I'm Troy. I'm David's. She said, yeah, I know who you are. I said, well, Jesus gave me, when I first saw you in this bar, Jesus gave me a message for you. It was something like molestation. And when I said that, she backed away from me and started crying. And I said, well, he's got a message for you too. Jesus told me to tell her, you don't have to work so hard. I've got you. And I didn't know what that meant. Well, it turns out that later, I found out, she didn't tell me, not only, she has a son, I don't know husband or anything, but she has a son, and she had been stripping. I didn't know this until later. She had been stripping on the side. Well, when I told her the message from Jesus, she started crying. I mean, she was bawling her eyes out, and she started hugging me, and she said, I needed this today. I really needed this today. She said, and then she confirmed her story of molestation. I didn't tell her, and she confirmed it. And then she said, after that, I got saved. I belong to Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I followed you. I love Jesus. But she wasn't like a churchgoer. She's like a street girl. You know what I mean? So she doesn't know church, but she knows Jesus. And I think that's awesome. So the message is really a really cool thing because he was saying, you don't have to work so hard. I've got you. You don't have to go and do whatever you're doing. You don't have to go and let people look at you naked. You don't have to strip for people. I'm going to take care of you and your son. Stop trying to do it yourself. I didn't understand that message until after I was already gone and I found out that she was a stripper. So I think this is pretty amazing that God, and then when I prayed for her, I also prayed for her. I prayed for her and she started falling up, like she was receiving the Holy Spirit. That's all I can say. I don't understand what happened that day. I can't tell you anything that happened. I believe there was some healing and some deliverance that was going on as I was praying for her. But the point is, and I'm very excited about it, is Jesus gave me a message for Willow Tree, and he wanted to prune her, and he wanted to make her believe in him. He wanted to make her rely on him because he wanted to take care of her like a father takes care of someone. I want to take care of you. I am your father. Trust in me. Believe in me. If you like this story, you can click above or below wherever the link is and go to more stories like this or this story and read the entire account. Or you can contact me and talk to me about things like this. But Jesus wants you to know, first of all, I want you to know me. And then I want to take care of you. I want to love you and take care of you. So this is a good message for Willow Tree. It's a good message for you, and it's a good message for me. This is Troy from the Truth Project, Salisbury, Maryland.